Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Final Fantasy XVI. We are right outside of town and we still have two people to talk to get a hint on how to get past to the guards. At the end of the last episode I did say that we might be taking that boat down the river, because to me that sounds like a logical solution, but let's see what the game came up with for us. And of course, if anyone knows, it would be the local merchants to know how to get past the guards.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Ruzena Dalimil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience, believe you me.
Well, there are other kinds of experience and influence a younger person can get.
That boy at the Briar's Kiss is a real talent. People flock from miles around to buy his steel. And it isn't cheap either.
Yeah, and being a smithy that can do things others can't does make for a valuable ally, let's be honest.
Anything I can help you with, travelers?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalimil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Ruzena Dalimil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
Or they do, and they just don't want to tell us, because we're the strangers that are coming to town.
Dalimil is famous for its spas, its markets and its smithies. Somebody at one of those might be able to help you.
At least we got a couple of hints, so 3 locations to go and a double one for the smithy, so I reckon that's probably the one we need to be at.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to.
Ah, there he is.
Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Ruzena Dalimil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
Alright, that means 2 hints for the bath, 2 for the smithy.
Ask for further at the baths. If this woman you're looking for is still around, you'll know where to find her.
Alright, I'm guessing it's time for us to take a bath.
Like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Excuse me. Are you Furter?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Ruzena Dalimil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
again, a house of ill repute where we can find some of Sid's companions. I'm sensing a pattern here.
I know who you're looking for. Go to the bordello and wait there.
For some reason, I do not trust him, but we'll see.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Kupka, who stands ready to crush any threat that might face us.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
Heated by magic. It comes out of the ground.
Yeah, that is clearly not that far, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Come on, that should be clear evidence enough. More? Really? It's just a small alley, really. Maybe I should have put some electricity in here. Something that Sid is a bit more known for. Not too bad. Nice, some more steel silk. The guild book and all those kind of items, I don't really care that much about them because the money we get from that is so little.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Ruzena. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
Yeah, it will be mainly to see if she can trust him just like she could trust Sid. I'm sure of that. Alright. Anything else here?
You have passed the test, Sid. Off you go now. Ruzena Dalimil awaits.
Yeah, which is clearly not her name, but more like a status, just like the name Sid is to Clive. Right, that's
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. The most fragrant herbs.
The finest fabric.
Is this the place?
Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, the smithy.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Ruzena Dalimil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid II?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity?
Information?
My trust.
Ah.
Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
I don't like this kid. He's too arrogant.
So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalimil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
Can you be a bit more specific?
If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Alright, so we're gonna go hunting for clues. Well, the thing is, if he helped us get rid of Kopka, that would sell things here as well, because it is his territory. So he's going about it like the worst way possible. But if he wants us to solve this puzzle, I'll gladly do it.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalimil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one.
The soldiers guarding the mother crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
The men of the rock are Lord Cook's private guard. He must be a generous man. The amount they spend when they come calling.
Well, he's also probably at this moment a very desperate man. Because, yeah, let us say he's not so handy anymore. For the best drops in Dalimil, visit the final sting.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Someone is resourcing an army? Making use of the crystals in that way? Because that would possibly be Kupka, right? Or someone that thinks about replacing him if he is truly as hurt as we think he is by the last time we saw him.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the rock and the men of the rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Sniff, good sir.
I wouldn't be too surprised if he's inside just eating again on a very, let's say, dirty manner, just like in the other episode.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Let's hope he's not stirring up any trouble.
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. The least you can do is let us clean up in peace. I told the guard those soldiers started.
She's still upstairs, right? Or is she literally talking inside in upstairs? There's no way to interact. Can we get in behind her?
Why is the tavern shut?
No idea. Probably for some spring cleaning. So where is he? If we get far enough away, we would be able to see the icon, right? Just a square. Oh, maybe she just told him the direction he went to, not where he actually is. Then if we just keep on walking, we should get a, well, at least a hint.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Trying to bribe our way through.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
If?
Of course.
I think the question is more when it goes sour, but yes. And I'm pretty sure that he will still have a smile on his face, because if we follow through and handle Lubor's request, he can do whatever the hell he wants, so yeah, he'll be happy either way. Chocobo? Okay.
Come on. Yeah.
We can't jump off it. Really? Does it mean that I have to go around it? Oh wait. Never mind. There's another exit. Can I run through town on him?
That'll do, girl.
Yes, of course, girl. But you know what I mean. Does a little tour through the town? I wonder how many bandits will be waiting for us when we get there. Because I'm pretty sure it won't be as easy as... I hope it is.
Ready, go?
Shall we check out the docks also here just to see if there's a chest for us to, let us say, acquire? Well, there's definitely a boat, but it's the boat we already saw from the other side. Alright. Nothing there. No. We have a little bit of a schedule to uphold, so small enemies just have to wait for a little bit. Nothing here, just a small alcove with an extremely small item.
I'll take it from here.
And we'll act as hired help, just in case he gets in trouble. Damn, look at all those crystals. They didn't just cipher off a few, but a whole bunch.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice.
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Well, you're more than welcome to try.
It's not over yet, Uncle. I'm just getting warmed up.
Let's just make sure that this money is on the right side. And then play around a little bit. Ooh, this is the one I want. Yeah, who said you were allowed to attack my uncle? New enemies approaches. Oh, did he just really... Oh wait. Didn't even notice that it was a bird attacking us. Enemy slain. Do we now get all the crystal for our own agenda? Or do we need to deliver it to our contact?
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalimil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
Are we gonna get arrested while waiting here for that wagon? Nah, we need to make sure that we can trust each other. Because we will need him sometime later.
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is
Apparently
not
so.
Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the... Ugh!
Here, wear this.
The symbol.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Ruzena Dalimil is back in bed with Sid.
We'll use those exact words, trust me.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Alright, let's see. Are there gonna be like side quests now in town?
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Thank you. Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Because I wouldn't be surprised that getting the symbol lets me do some more things around town. And yes, it is. Oh.
What is it now?
Alright, let's ask some extra information.
How very fitting.
That the noble soldiers of Dhalmekia and Waloed, partners in arms, are so many battlefields, should also become partners in crime. Still, the merchants of Dalimil will be relieved to see them brought to justice. Many have been driven almost to ruin for want of crystal. I'm sure they would all be rushing to thank you for the service you have done for them. If, of course, they had any idea what you had done.
Of course.
As long as we remain reliant on the power of the crystals, we leave ourselves open to such exploitations. But people are such greedy, needy creatures.
There's simply no other way.
Clive, you must bring down each and every mother crystal in the twins and put an end to the people's thoughtless dependence upon them. Try not to disappoint me.
Ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy.
A veritable oasis with clear running water and natural hot springs. I don't doubt that people have been gathering here since long before the founding of the Republic. Since it was founded, they've been gathering in even greater numbers to serve the needs of the miners who work at Drake's Fang and the soldiers who guard it. And serve them they did, lining their covers far from the prying eyes and grasping fingers of the Republican exercise men. Not that edicts from Rendella carry much weight in these parts. Dalimil has long been something of a law unto itself. Here, those with the most money or the most friends, they do make the rules.
At least they did.
Until Kopka built that castle of his at the heart of the Mother Crystal. Dalimil has been Titan's life fiefdom since then. And while his men may be liberal with their coin, they are nothing but in exercising of their authority, which I'm sure I don't need to tell you about. It's absolute.
So,
you see why those with the people's best interest at heart took upon themselves to organize their own protection. My predecessor chief among them. Ah, is his predecessor the one Sid had a deal with before it was him? Could be, because it's been 5 years.
you and I
Have more in common than you might think. Not only are we both masters of the blade and devilishly handsome to boot, but we are both the second people to bear our respective names.
What?
You didn't think Ruzena Dalimil was my own invention, did you? It was the name of my master. I inherited it from her, along with her title and her smithy. Ensuring that her name lives up was the least I could do after all she did for me. She plucked me from the streets and put my less than nimble fingers to work making blades instead of trouble.
Alas.
She was to leave my life as suddenly and unexpectedly as she had entered it. I swore to follow in her footsteps, that I might change others' lives as she had mine. That is why I keep her forge alive, why I play the desert hare, why I care for the orphans of Dalimil. Indeed, I had thought my obligations to Rance and Drika to be the most pressing concern, that is until the infamous Sid made a surprise reappearance. Rather muddied the waters?
Still?
I suppose that's enough for me to go around, but do forgive me if the desert hare isn't always at your beck and call, won't you? We wouldn't even ask of it. Alright. So let's see what kind of quest we can find around town.
I've never even forged a butter knife. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
Probably.
Past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalimil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
Yeah, I could give you a hand.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalimil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? There's plenty of folk in Dalimil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
I hope so too. And of course, with them working in the heart of town, maybe they can at least have an opinion about what the spirit is.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
Right. Ooh, we haven't done that in a while.
You were right, boy.
Alright, so we have people to talk to for the quest and people to talk to about a quest. Alright, let's go around town and see what we can do.
The finest fabric! Yes, they're quite slick. Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Put a knife with an edge like Odin's razor in my hand, and I'll make short work of any carcass.
Yeah, but Odin's blade might be a bit of a tall order, if you ask me. And the next one... I thought that one was another request.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't ship.
The baths are, closed for scrubbing. Please bear with us a little longer.
Well, it has to be.
Everything I've worked for. All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
Alright, no problem.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
Yeah, I'm guessing this has nothing to do with our question about knives. But it's definitely something we can pick up for the next one.
In all my years tending the baths, I've never known anything like this to happen. Please, find out what's gone wrong.
Alright. Let's see where the other marking is taking us.
They've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
I think that is the terraces, so we want to keep that for another time. It is, so I'm guessing we just have to go around town until we see somebody that might be interested.
You've spoken with Lord Ferda, then? He certainly knows a thing or two, eh?
Ooh, wait. It's leading us back into the circle, so we've gone too far. Oh wait, maybe it's someone upstairs.
We can make our way back to the
Fucking men of the wrong.
I need to drink.
You're going to drink my coffee?
Well, so far it's not much.
Is it true what I'm hearing? The most fragrant herbs and spices from the breadth of the twins.
Needed to
and
a
beyond.
silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Plates and pots, bowls and basins.
The baths are, closed for scrubbing. Please bear with us.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Kupka, who stands ready to crush any threat that might face us.
Alright, so who is the other person we can talk to?
Like they eat off in castle. Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Oh, there he is. I totally don't notice that.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. Your knife snaps every time you use it. You'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So,
you're welcome.
A carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Can't you see I'm busy? Unless you'd like a closer look at my knives.
I wouldn't mind having a closer look at your knives, but that's not exactly why we're here at the moment. Let's see if this knowledge is enough for him to do his thing.
It would make us.
My carpets have pride of place.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalimil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalimil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
Our blacksmith, maybe?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favorite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
So he's looking for advice and maybe some new metals? Well, I think for now, I'm gonna leave it here. Next time we're gonna find this merchant and see if we can find the right metal to use for weapon. And I think the spirit will probably be the thing we are doing right now. Talking to all the people, learning who they are, what they do, what they need. And isn't that not the spirit of a town? The people? So yeah, we'll finish these two cycles off next time and then head over to our next story location, which might be the Drake's Fang. But first, we need to get past the guards, but I'm assuming that that won't be too much of trouble. So for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are, and if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we finish up these side quests and head out of town straight for Drake's Fang. And let's hope nothing will stand in our way. Bye bye.